Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Esther. And this is Seed Styles. Welcome to Seed Styles. In today's video, we're going to be learning how to make a gown with a cutwork design on it. This tutorial is a request by one of my subscribers. So I hope you guys to watch this. The material we'll be needing for this is velvet. This velvet is a tape mouth velvet. I think there's another name they call it. It's the original one. Go ahead and get velvet. You'll be needing a hemming gun. You'll be needing a rushing machine. This is what we'll be using for the cut work. You'll be needing a gum stay. We'll be needing this pepper stones. Yes, this is what we use to embellish our cut work. Then we'll be needing what's it called? Organza, an organza material. So what we are going to use this organza for is, and the hemming gun, you mark where you want to do, where you want your design to stop, from the hemline where you want your design to stop. Then you open it up, place it on your ironing table, place your hemming gun, make sure that the hemming gun covers that place very well. Then you place your organza on it and iron it very well. The reason why you're doing that is so that after you attach, after your cut work and everything, when you remove the hemming, the gum stay, your designs will still have weight. That is the main reason this organza will give it weight. I could not get the exact color, but it's not a problem. When I finish it, it will not really be a problem. It's inside and not outside. So, these stones, when you're doing it, you have to follow the pattern of these stones. So what I'm going to do is to cut one of these. Like I'll cut this one that the stones have started turning. Cut it, place it in a piece of paper and trace out the design. Once I trace out this design, I will place it on my hemming gun and trace it out to the number of designs I want. Then I will gum it. Before doing that, you must have gum your organza to it before you gum the hemming gun. The gum stay on top of the organza because you're going to remove the gum stay after everything. So I'll go ahead and do that. For the cutting, there's nothing there, just our normal way of cutting your gown. This is it. The neckline also, we have a little design around that area. So my neck, for the cutting, I just folded my material into 4. It's folded into 4. Then I mark my shoulder measurement, went down with 1 inch slope. Then on the neck, I went in with 3 inches for the width, 1.5 inch for the depth, for the back depth. Then I went down with 6.5 inches for the front depth, and then I connected the front depth with a V. This tutorial will be having a V. Then my armhole, then I took my normal measurement, my waist, my bust, my waist, my hip. Then on the hemline, my hip, I added 2 extra inches to the hemline so that it will be free for me to walk. Then I went ahead and cut it. So there's nothing interesting about the cutting, just a normal way of cutting it. So I will go ahead and remove the back, the front, which is the part that I want to design. I'm going to design the front and the sleeve. And the sleeve is a very free, like boogie sleeve. So I've removed the back. I'll go ahead and cut out the neckline for the front, and then I'll bring it and show us how to lace the organza.
So guys, on this area I'm out from my shoulder to my knee, 42 inches. Then I will go ahead and place my hemming gum on it, like so, as you see me doing. And then I folded the edge of my organza so that it will not be choking me. Then I'll double the hemming gum on that area. I want it to be firm. I'll go ahead and double it, then place my organza on top and iron it out and bring it for us to see.
What we'll be having, this down part is no longer stretchy. Can we see? It's no longer stretchy at all, like other parts. So I'll go ahead and do the same thing with the sleeve. So guys, I've gone ahead to completely iron everything down, both fronts and back. And I did the same thing with my sleeve. Here is my sleeve. Went ahead to do the same thing that I did on the body. From the cap of my sleeve, I mark 6.5 inch down. Then I'll go from there down. So I've done it on the two sleeves. Now it's time to gum this. You go ahead and cut the exact measurement for that particular area that you gum on your gum stay and gum it. This paper, you design it, take it to your machine and use your machine to follow those designs before you use your soldering iron to trim it out. So I'll go ahead and gum everything and bring it for us. And I'll move to the next step. Alright guys, here we are. I don't know if we are seeing this. I went ahead to gum it, but though this is the stones that I want to use. So the design that I will cut out of my outfit, I will follow this pattern of stones to cut it. So what I will do to get this design copied on my outfit is to pick a piece of paper. I will pick the gum stay. It's a bit transparent, so I'm able to see and feel the design, the stones design underneath it. I place it on top, and as you can see, I've used my pin to hold it down. Then I'm using my pencil to trace the design out. I'm feeling it. It's not that obvious, but I'm using my fingers to feel it. You go ahead and follow the pattern. Make sure you follow the pattern so that when you finish cutting it out and you place your stone, everything will align. You will not be looking funny. Feel it and follow the shape. So I'll trim it out like this. Then I'll place it on this the hemline. I use my tape to measure the length from this place to this place so that we will not go and do anyhow, just do it anyhow. I remember the first time I did this outfit I did for my friend that is outside the country. I took it. I didn't know how to do the cut work. I didn't know that there was a machine for it. Didn't know how to get it, how to go about it. So I asked somebody, and the person directed me to a place where they can get it done for me. Took it there. It took like a week to do it, and they charged me 30,000. Even when I told my friend that it was 25,000, they charged me 30,000 to do it. So this is, we're having 4 3/4 here. Just say 5. Now I'll mark on the hem line 5 inches, 5 inches, 5 inches. You do like the same thing, 5 inches, and go ahead and connect all the points together so that everything will align. Then you place it on it and keep and trace it. I will use my tracing wheel. You need to have this tracing wheel, it's very important. Use my tracing wheel to trace it on. As I'm tracing it, I will be following it with my pencil, tracing it and following it. I'll do the same thing here, do the same thing on the sleeve, and then I will take it to the machine and use my machine to sew round all this one before we go ahead and use our soldering iron to cut it out. There's a tutorial on how to use your soldering iron. You can go ahead and watch it so that you know how to go about it. So guys, this is how far I've gone. I have how many portions remaining now? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, then 8. So I have 8 remaining now. This is how we'll be doing it. Initially, I copied the design on this place, so I was going around tracing it, but it's so weak, so I have to use a harder paper. I use a book cover to design it, and then I use my blade to cut it out, so it's easier for me now. Just use my pen and trace it. Unlike this one that you have to use the pen, mark it, then you remove it and follow the mark. This one you just trace it and that's all. So I'll go ahead and do that with the rest. Remember I told us that from here I mark 5 inches, then here again 5 inches, then 5 inches. So 5 inches, follow the line so that everything will align. Don't scatter it. Or if you want to scatter it, that's your choice. But it looks more neater and better and finer when everything is well arranged. So go ahead and do it this way or do it the way you want. Alright guys, I've finished designing it, and this is how the body looks like. Here is the sleeve. I've done it on the 2 sleeves. The next step now is to take it to the machine and follow all these designs as they are. Use your machine to sew on this design down. The reason why you're sewing is so that when you trim the necessary part that you don't need out, the unnecessary part I mean, when you trim them out, the organza that you put inside, with time, when you are washing the clothes with time, that organza will come out. So that is the reason why we are putting it, so that when you are sewing on it, when you sew it, you sew the organza down. You cut the unnecessary part out. Your stitches still hold your organza firmly for you. So I'll go ahead and do that. Follow each line, each design, each drawing. Follow them. This ones, when I'm sewing it, I will sew it like this, but I will make sure that the stitch touch this other part. I'll go ahead and do that with all of them, everything. Then I will bring it for us to start the cut work, to start cutting the unwanted area out. So let me go ahead and do that and bring it. So guys, here we are. Here we are on the machine. I just want to show something here. See the design. This is what we have on our stone. And this is what I have sewn. The stones is not touching this center, this circle. But when you are sewing it, make sure it touches the circle, the thread, so that when you cut the part that you want to cut, all these ones will still be chained together. So let me just quickly show us a little of how I'm sewing it. Turn it, then move it to the next one, meaning your stitches will be chained together, which will not be separated like the way the box or the designs are separated. Don't rush it. Take your time. And your thread, when you're sewing it, it should be, that design should be a little bit bigger than what is drawn, so that your your stones will have enough space to relax. So I'll go ahead and do everything like that. And we'll be having this. Then you go ahead, each of the circle, you go ahead and run a stitch around it. This is how the good part will be like. So we see the circle. Go ahead and follow that shape of your stone. Make sure you sew on this circle. I didn't mean I'm not going to stone it. Let me turn the wrong side. I didn't mean I'm not going to stone it. This is where I will cut. So if I was going to cut this, there won't be any need for me to run it like this. But because I want to stone this particular, this is the shape of my stone, so I'm going to be cutting all this side. So there is a need for me to sew it round, to sew the circle round. All right, go ahead and complete the rest and wait for us. Take us to the cutting. So guys, I've finished running the stitches on my patterns. This is how it's looking in front on the good side, and this is how it's looking on the back side. So it's time to cut for our cut work. I plug my iron and it's very hot. And as I explained earlier, I said I'm not going to stone it, to stone this box, because this shape that we're seeing is the pattern of our stones. I would have cut it out like this, and if I'm cutting this one out, there won't be any need for me to circle it with a stitch like I did here. But because I'm going to stone this shape, I will have to cut in between the shapes. That is where we are cutting. So I'll go ahead now and start my cutting. Don't cut the thread. I did a tutorial recently on how to use your soldering iron. So you can go ahead and watch it so that you understand what is happening here. Your iron to be very hot so that it will give you a clean and a smooth work. You also have to consider excuse me, the disadvantage of it burning your clothes. And this is what will be happening. Can we see the design how it's coming out? Very beautiful. So I'll go ahead and do this to all the patterns. Go ahead and cut them out. And can we see all this middle? I'll go ahead and cut them out. If you want, you can cut it out, but let me remove all this one first and see if I will still change my mind or no, I'll still go ahead and cut it out. I'll go ahead and do that and bring it to come and show us. This is what we are having. This is the wrong side and this is the front. We see how beautiful this is looking. This is one of the sleeve. Here is the second one. I'm gonna have to do the two sleeve and the body. Here is the bodies. Can we see how our cut work is looking so beautiful? Next step now is to go ahead and place my stones. Place my stones on each one of them and press it down. As it's looking, I won't be able to remove the gum stay that I put. I won't be able to remove it, but I will advise you if you can just use the organza and design directly on the organza. That will be better. Use your organza, gum it with your organza, then use your chalk to draw the patterns on your organza so that you won't have to have this paper, this gum stay on it. But I'll go ahead and remove the part that I can remove. The ones that I cannot remove, I'll leave it with time. As you keep washing it, with time it will go. I remember, if it is agbada, they use all this gum stay to design it and they don't use to remove it. So it stays on the agbada. It's not a problem. You can do it this way or you can design directly on your organza. After you might have gone the organza to it, you go ahead and design it with your chalk to design it on your organza and take it to your machine and run a stitch on all the designs. Then use your soldering iron to cut whatever you want to cut out. The parts that you don't want, use the soldering iron to cut it out. So I will go ahead and you can see that I've removed the upper part, the front part of my table. I'll go ahead and put it back. My own table is removable. I'll go ahead and put that part back and stone every part of it. Let me do that and I'll bring it for us to see how we're going to place our stone. So my people, it's time to place our stones. Please pardon my voice. The dust is too much in my area, so it's changing my voice. Okay. I've cut out these stones. I've trimmed it out. You go ahead and place it. Make sure you follow the shape. Follow the shape. Gauge it to get the shape so that the stones will be on those shapes. Place it there. You go ahead and press it with the iron. my own, I don't know about how hot your iron are, but I guess this nylon they use for these stones, this board nylon, I mean stone board, whatever you can call it, they call it, is heat proof. I guess it's heat proof because it's not burning. I'll go ahead and place them. It's faster this way, it gone faster. I tried using a wet cloth, but it's not gumming properly. This way is faster and it gum perfectly, gum fast, and the stones gum very well. Move to the next one. Let me bring this one out. Can we see? I've removed it so easy, and my stone is gum already. Place the next one. Trying to gauge it. Okay, I've gotten it. Please don't just place it, gauge it. Make sure they are aligned. And when you are sewing it or when you are drawing your designs, make sure you count them. Count what you have on your stone board before drawing your designs. Don't just imagine it and draw. Like my own is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mine is 10. But I noticed that on one of the, I think either the sleeve or the body, the front on the down part, one I just use my free hand to draw it without placing the the pattern to draw it. And when I was placing the stone, I noticed that one was not the stone was not aligned until I counted the design, the drawing, and I noticed that it was 11 instead of 10. So go ahead and use your template to do yours so that you don't make the same mistake that I made. So I'll go ahead and do all of this, everything, and bring it. I'll place another one here, place half here, and place half here. Then I will come and show us, and then we'll move to the next step. This is what it's looking like. Go ahead and do the same thing with the other sleeve and the front, and then we'll move to the next step, which is the neckline. The neckline is not just plain like that, it has a little design around it. So I'll go ahead and show us how to go about that design as well. Then we join it and stone the upper part and the back. The back two has stones. Go ahead and do that. So let me quickly bring the neckline and show us what next to do. So guys, coming to our neckline, the V, the design is only on the front. The V, the neckline in front is a V, and it has a little shape, or let me call it design there. So let me call it the V. Let's see, shoulder slow, like this, and the neck width and the V. Let's say this is our V. So the design that we are going to do there is just a very simple design. But what I want to do, I've done it on mine already. I just want to illustrate it here. I marked quarter of an inch, quarter of an inch, quarter of an inch as the allowance that I want to use to make this design. So let's say this is where my quarter of an inch is, up to this place and up to the other side. Now on this side, you know, when you are writing an E, you can just go and do it like this, the E. So on this, on the shoulder line, you come down a little and then you start. Should not be too obvious, it should not be too much. Stop there. The same thing on this other side, and you start your, the neck is, the V is not a straight V. So this is what you have at the end of the day. You go ahead and follow these curves and stitch it down. So I went ahead to draw it, to draft it, or draw it, any whatever you want to call it, on my own. And this is what I'm having. And before you do that, excuse me please, before you do that, I went ahead to gum my facing with an hasty. Then I cut a chest wording to gum this side so that it will be firm. You know, the is a velvet material, is very weak. I want my neckline to relax when I fix it. I want everything to just slap on my chest. So I went ahead to cut a chest gum to gum it. If you have a gum stay, you can also use it to work. So I've gum it with a chest gum. It's only the front, and we can see the shape of the chest gum. It's not everything that I gum, only the front. I went ahead to gum the back also with my hairstay, and then I took it to massager and overlock the rough edges. Now I'll go ahead and place it on my machine and sew this one, top stitch it. When you sew it, you notch it and top stitch it. Then you go ahead and do the same thing with the back, and bring it for us to see. So guys, I've joined them together. I went ahead to iron it. Once I had to press them down, I top stitched the back facing, but I couldn't top stitch the front facing because of the cups around the area. I could not top stitch it. But this is how it looks like after pressing it with my iron. You see the small cup. If you want your cuff to be more obvious, you have to go deeper than what I did. So I'll go ahead and attach them. I don't want the seam on the hemline to be visible on the shoulder line and on the neckline. Sorry, I don't want the seam on the neckline to be visible. I want to hide the seam on this neckline area. So I'll go ahead and join facing to facing, main fabric to main fabric. I use my half-inch to join it, to run it down. Whatever allowance you left for your shoulder joining, use it to join it. Then on the, when you are cutting your facing, make sure it's equal. Can you see mine is equal here, and the shoulder is equally equal. So make sure they are equal so that when you are closing it, everything will align perfectly. Let me go ahead and join them, and then I'll bring it for us to see and move to the next step. So guys, I've gone ahead to join it on the shoulder, and this is how my neck look like. Can we see this is the wrong side? Can we see how it's neat? The seam on the shoulder line is hidden. Everything will look ready to wear, neat and professional. Go ahead and do the same thing with your own. Now the next step is to iron it down. Iron this. I will open it. I'm not going to do it this way. The back will go that way while the front will stay towards me. You can do it the other way. We'll shall open it up and iron it. Make sure you open the shoulder line. Open it, open the seam on the shoulder line. Open them, match them together. Everything is equal. When you are sewing, take your time and arrange it. When I was sewing it, I locked the first side, it was equal, the second one was not equal. I have to loosen it and lock it again to get equal, to make sure that everything is even. So go ahead and do that. It doesn't matter, lose it, try and keep on trying until you get it right. Don't just rush your work and do it anyhow. People like to see your finishing. Finishing matter. Doesn't matter how beautiful your work is. If the finishing is no good, everything has scattered. So take your time, arrange everything, and iron it down. Then use your hemming gum and gum the facing, the two side of the facing. Or if you don't want to gum it, go ahead and lock it on the shoulder line, seam to seam, like this. Let me use this one so that we'll see. If you don't want to gum it with your hem gum, you open it like this. You pick one side of the seam for the main fabric and pick one side of the seam for the facing and lock it there. Then you tack it. Use your machine and tack the front and tack the back at the middle, at the center point. Tack them like that so that it will know your facing will not be flying out. But I will go ahead and gum mine. I will gum it, but I will still go ahead and tack it a little so that if the gum is weakening, my facing will not fly out. So let me quickly do that and bring it. I will gum the facing, take it to my machine, lock the side, close the seam, the sleeve, and attach it and bring it for us to see how we're going to sew the body. And please, if you've watched to this point, what are you still waiting for? If you watch all the way to this point and you've not subscribed, what are you still waiting for? Have I not convinced you enough? Please go ahead and click on that subscribe button. Just click on it. Click on it for your girl. Subscribe, like, share, and give this video a thumbs up. And leave a comment. I want to know what you think about my tutorials. Leave a comment on the comment section. And thank you so much for subscribing. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright guys, I've gone ahead to join it. I've closed the side. I fixed my sleeve to it. It's my sleeve. Now I'm placing the stones in front. I've placed it here. Placed it here. Just use it to design whatever you want to design for your own. The placement of stones is not a big deal. You can use your own to decorate, design whatever you want on your own outfit. We go ahead and use the single stones and align it here. Use it to decorate my neckline. Then the side, all these circles. I go ahead and use all these circles that we're seeing. I go ahead and use single stones to design all of them, and then I'll place it on my mannequin and show us the final outcome. But please subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment on the comment section. Let me know what you think about this tutorial. Please give this video a thumbs up. I would really like to know what you think about my tutorial. So leave a comment, please. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. God bless you. God bless us. God bless our nations. Wherever you're watching me from, God bless Nigeria. Let's stay safe and show love to one another. Bye. So, guys, this is the final look of my gown. Now we see how the neckline is lapping perfectly because of the chest gum that I put. You can put a gum stain, it will still do the work. See the way I arrange my stones. I hope we're seeing it. See, is the back. See my neckline. I will see. I'll go ahead and circle it. I've started doing it. Go ahead and complete the circle. This is how our outfit is looking like.